Okay, we're going to change gears here and talk about writing. We've talked a little bit about the different types of writing, or text types as they're called in the Common Core, and I really like this image or slide because it presents them with the idea that story is really important to all three. So narrative is the one we're most familiar with. Narrative is the heart of making sense of the world. Stories, personal narratives, fiction, all fall into the narrative category. Informative writing, the fodder for understanding the intricacies of the world. How do we learn from what we read? How do we learn and teach people through writing? And then opinion writing, which is what we're going to talk about today, moves us to action. Argument would also fall under this category. What is the goal of opinion and argument writing? There are three main goals. The first would be to change the reader's point of view, get someone to believe what you are telling them. To bring about some action on the reader's part, get someone to do something based on what you write. Or to ask the reader to simply accept your explanation of a problem, a concept, an issue. So keep those in mind as we think about how opinion and argument writing look in the going up through the grades. So this is a table that shows the progression of opinion writing to argument writing as you move up through the grades. Remember that opinion is a basic form of argument, so it's preparing our students to be argument writers as they get into the upper grades. Our kindergartners are simply composing an opinion piece that states a preference. Chocolate ice cream is my favorite. First and second graders are writing an opinion piece that has a topic, opinion, a reason, and closure. Third through fifth graders getting more sophisticated, have a point of view, reasons, information. They might be pulling in evidence to support their opinion. 6 through 8 is where we switch to argument writing. This is also where we bring in the idea of the counter argument, so presenting the other side of an opinion. And then in grades 9 through 12, it has to be valid reasoning with relevant and sufficient evidence, so getting more complex as we move up through the grades. So let's try a little bit of opinion argument writing. Again, you're going to need a pen and paper. Think of something that has really been bothering you lately. Maybe it's something in your life. Maybe it's something that has to do with where you live. Maybe it's something in your family. Maybe it's something to do with your town, our state, our country, the world, something that's bothering you that you would like to change. So pause the video, write down 3 to 5 things you want to change. Okay, so now what you're going to do is take your list, hopefully you've got 3 to 5 things, and narrow it down to one that is really bothering you. So from my list, I'm going to use the example that the cafe here on campus has not had the tuna wrap lately, and that has been bothering me because the tuna wrap is kind of my backup if I don't bring a lunch to work. So who could help me change this lack of tuna wrap? I think either the chef or the head of catering might be a good person to help me change that. So next I'm going to jot down some details about why I want this thing to change and how it could be changed, and then to think up some ideas that might help support my argument. For example, I know other people here in our School of Education like the tuna wrap, and they also like to get it. I think that it is an easy portable item that lots of people could enjoy, especially if they don't have time to get the hot lunch. So I'm just going to jot down some ideas that might help support my argument of bringing back the tuna wrap. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you can create an organizer. So there are 2 different ways you can do this. This document right here, the Building an Argument Organizer, is linked in Canvas right underneath these videos. So if you'd like to print your own, you can pause here, go print one out, and write right on the sheet. If you'd like to just use your pen and paper you've got, draw a little version of the organizer and just work right on your own piece of paper, that is fine too. So what you're going to do is inside the main idea bubble, you are going to put your position, your argument. Here's what I think: the cafe should bring back the tuna wrap. Then I'm going to list my reasons. Number 1, it's a popular item. I like to get it. I know lots of people like to get it. Number 2, it's an easy and quick thing to grab when you're in a hurry for lunch. Number 3, it is full of protein and it gives me energy for the day. The other side over here of the Building an Argument organizer is where you discuss your counter argument. This is where you make the point for the other side. So perhaps there's a reason why the tuna wrap has not been there. Maybe tuna is more expensive these days. The price of tuna has gone up, so maybe they can't make it as economically. So I might say, while I am aware that the price of tuna has gone up, I still think that having the tuna wrap is a viable option for students and faculty and staff on campus, and you could simply raise the price of the tuna wrap if it's too expensive at $5 a wrap. So if you'd like to try out bringing in the counter argument, you could draft your ideas there. The next step of this would be to take all of your ideas here and use the organizer to draft a piece, an opinion argument piece, where you turn each of these reasons into one of your body paragraphs, and then maybe you have a paragraph or two with counter argument, so you can see how this might lay the groundwork for a longer piece of writing. Now you've gotten a little bit of practice in the idea of developing an opinion, supporting it with reasons. And that is all practice to help you write your Lit Circle opinion argument piece that is due on April 4th when we meet again. Your two options for your topic would be either to write to your principal, advocate for the purchase of sets of books for Lit Circles. So clearly you would think that Lit Circles are an effective tool or approach to teaching literature and comprehension to students, and you would be using your reasons to explain why the school should use their resources or money to buy you sets of books. The other option would be to write to your principal, admin, or curriculum committee to advocate for or against the use of Lit Circles. So if you really like Lit Circles, you think they're effective, you could be encouraging the principal to allow you to use Lit Circles in addition to your language arts series or in place of your language arts series. If you don't think that Lit Circles are an effective tool, or if you simply want to practice arguing the other side, you're welcome to take that opinion. Regardless of which option you choose or what your opinion is, you must support your argument with clear points and evidence. What are the benefits or drawbacks to Lit Circles? What do students stand to gain from the position you're supporting? You could talk about your own experience in the Lit Circle in our class. Since this is a persuasive letter, make sure you address any counter arguments that you think the principal might make, and keep in mind those ideas around opinion argument writing and how you can help support your idea. And remember, this is due on Canvas on April 4th. Okay, so I'm wrapping up here in my video. Remember that we'll be coming together on the 4th in person. We will have your last Lit Circle session, so be prepared for your final Lit Circle meeting with your group. Have your reading finished and have your role prepared. Turn in that opinion argument piece on Canvas. There's more information in the assignment in Canvas. You also need to bring a draft of your nonfiction comprehension lesson plan that I went over in the previous video. There's also lots more information about that in the assignment in Canvas. Please contribute to the discussion board that follows this video right here in the module. Post and respond to 2 classmates in connection to Chapter 8 in Classrooms That Work. You also can use these couple weeks that we don't see each other to be working away on your digital literacy project. Remember, there's lots more information on that in Canvas. And we will have 3 interactive read-alouds when we see each other again on April 4th, Alta, Krista, and Bridgetta. I hope that you all use your time wisely while we are not seeing each other and take a little time to rest and enjoy yourself. And I look forward to seeing you on April 4th. If there are questions that you cannot answer by going through all the resources that you have here in Canvas, please do reach out and send me an email. Okay, take care.